Beach, what's up? How are you? How are you doing? So as you can tell by my Connor Manning-esque standing setup and my little turby towel, as promised, I am going to do my how I got my hair to go back to being curly again routine. I kind of half-ass follow the curly girl routine method, but there are some things about that method that I do not follow because I don't think you have to. Every post that you see on Pinterest or up on the YouTubes or whatever it may be, they always tell you like, you have to follow this method or your hair is not gonna curl. Like, it is a dire state of emergency for you to like follow each step exactly, and I really don't feel like that's the case, and especially for somebody like me, because I have very fine, thin, practically non-existent hair. So for me to follow exactly the curly girl hair method, I just can't do it. It's too much product for my hair. The products that they suggest are too heavy for my hair, and it just makes me look like I got helmet head, girl. It makes my hair shellac to my head, and I don't appreciate it. So I'm gonna show you guys everything from the shampoos and conditioners that I use to the styling products that I use, as well as how I got my hair to actually physically curl again. Because if y'all remember, I think it was like a vlog or a get ready with me or something that I had mentioned how my hair used to not be curly. Let's start from the beginning. So when I was younger, I was born with stick straight hair, and I'd mentioned this in another video too, so if you watch that video, get ready for the repeat, girl. When I was younger, I had stick straight hair. When I was in second grade, my mom had went and got me a perm because she thought it would be like real cute and stuff. So I got a perm in the second grade, and my hair just never went back to being the same. It, from that point on, was super curly. With my mom not being like a super hair person or something, I never knew how to take care of it. So I would always just brush it. It would be like this huge frizzy mess consistently. And then once it got to the point where I was a little bit older and I knew how to style my hair, I blew it out, I straightened it. I would blow it out straight, straighten it with a flat iron, and then go back through and curl it because it just was like so wavy and so frizzy. And then probably, I don't know, like 2 or 3 months ago, I just got to the point where I was like, okay, enough is enough. I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of like blowing it straight, and then God forbid it fucking rain, or like I sweat at the gym and it would start to kink up again, and then I would have to go back through and like straighten it out. Not to mention the fact that because I was blowing it straight, when I did go to curl it, it just did not hold a girl for dick. Like my hair, I don't give a fuck what curling iron I used, how high heat, no matter what styling product I used, nothing held a curl in my hair. I could go to bed and wake up the next day and my hair would just like, the curl would just fall completely out of it. So because I just got so fucking tired of like messing with it, I was like, okay, this is it, girl. This is it, Veronica. It's time for me to go back to being curly again, because it's just so easy. And especially in the summertime, like if I go swimming or something like that, it's real bad in the summer, girl, because I sweat, I swim, I do all kinds of things and stuff in the summer, and just trying to deal with my hair is like, it just got to the point like last summer where I would just wear it in a bun every day because it was like, oh my god, I can't take it no more. So when I decided to do this, I went on Pinterest and looked up like all the curly girl things, and over time eventually realized like, this is not only A, is this not going to work for me, but B, I need to find my own curly girl method. So this is me showing you my own curly girl method. Okay, so, and the reason why I'm standing is because I do the majority of my thing, whatever curly style infusion, I do the majority of my stuff with my head upside down so I get a little volume, okay? So, let's get into it. So I'm first going to tell you guys about like the shampoos and conditioners that I use and that I recommend because I really like them. And then I'm also going to tell you guys, give you like the huge tip of the century on how I got my hair to recurl, because up until about 2 or 3 months ago, this is kind of what my hair looked like when it air dried. So this picture here was taken probably about a year ago, and I let my hair air dry in this picture, and as you can see in the picture, there's like a couple of we just try to come out curls, and the rest of it's just like straight and frizzy and gross. And now with the shampoos and conditioners I use, with the hair products that I use, this is kind of what my hair looks like now. It's still not to that point where it's like every piece of my hair is curly. I still have like, you know, a couple straight pieces here or there that are just starting to curl. So this is going to take time, girl. It takes time for you to get your natural texture and your natural curliness to actually come back, and I will show you how to do that. So let's talk shampoos and conditioners. So the first shampoo and conditioner that I use, which is kind of already deterring away from the curly girl method, because if you read anything about the curly girl method, they suggest only using sulfate-free shampoos and conditioners, and not even shampoos and conditioners, but like sulfate-free co-washes. If you are unaware what a co-wash is basically like a cleansing conditioner, or you're also able to like cleanse your hair with your conditioner if you don't have a cleansing conditioner, because even though conditioners are designed to be used after shampoo, conditioners still have cleansing agents in them. So if you're somebody that has curly hair, your hair is super frizzy, and you don't have a cleansing conditioner on hand, and you just want to try and see like what your hair will do from using a cleansing conditioner, you can use the conditioner that you currently have to wash your hair. You have to use quite a bit of it, so probably 2 to 3 times the amount that you normally would from just conditioning your hair. Does that make sense? You have to put it in your hair and, you know, treat it like a shampoo. Obviously it's not going to lather, but when you put it in your hair, you'll still scrub your scalp and stuff like that, like you would with a shampoo. I moreover prefer a cleansing conditioner when I'm not putting a ton of styling products in my hair, because I feel like, I don't know, with the cleansing conditioner or the co-wash, it creates too much buildup in my hair, and my hair is so fine and thin that I can only get away with using a co-wash once, and then I have to like shampoo it with like a lathering shampoo after that. I cannot use it multiple times in a row. Most people who use like co-washes or cleansing conditioners are able to use them 2 to 3 times before they have to like lather wash their hair, and I can't do that, girl, because my hair is too thin. So the first shampoo and conditioner that I use is one that I have talked about on my channel before. I've included it in probably more than one favorites. It's wet because I just got out of the shower, and it is the Purology Hydrate line, the Hydrate shampoo and conditioner. If this is too heavy for your hair, if your hair is even finer than mine, they do have a Hydrate light, but I have super crazy fine thin hair, and I don't find that this weighs my hair down. This is exorbitantly priced. It is a fervor expensive shampoo and conditioner. However, a little bit of this goes an extremely long way. The shampoo, you need a dime size amount for shoulder length and above, and a nickel size amount for shoulder length and below. When you use this shampoo, because it is a sulfate free shampoo, it is designed to be used with 2 washings. The first wash, you take a dime size amount and you put it in your hair and you like wash your hair, and it won't lather up very much, and then you rinse that away. And then the second wash, you use an even smaller dime size amount and then put it in your hair, and then your hair will lather up after that. Because this is so concentrated and you don't need that much, the price kind of like makes up for it, because a bottle this size, and I only wash my hair like 1 to 2 times a week, a bottle this size will last me for months, girl. So I only have to buy like 1 to 2 bottles a year. So even though it is like 30 bucks a bottle, I don't know, 30 bucks a bottle for this tiny little bottle, it does last just as long as like a cheaper brand of shampoo that you would have to use like way more shampoo with. The next kind of shampoo and conditioner that I use is this one, is one that I have recently come across, and it is the Olaplex No. 4 shampoo and conditioner, also kind of expensive. This again is just like the Hydrate, the Purology Hydrate. It is extremely concentrated. Again, you need, I mean, with the Olaplex, you need like a pea size amount. It's that concentrated. If you use any more than like a pea or a dime size amount, your hair, the lather of this is like so thick and insane. I don't know how it would not dry your hair out. I made that mistake the first time I used it. I was like, oh my God, there's just bubbles everywhere. It's crazy. It's like a very rich, thick, dense lather with this. I personally prefer the Purology Hydrate over these two. I had purchased these because I seen CM Ravindal talk about them. I don't know. I just don't feel the same way she did. She was like hype these up big time in the video she was talking about them in. I just don't feel like they make my hair as like soft and shiny and nice as what Purology Hydrate does. I will always and forever use that Purology Hydrate. And the thing I like the most about it is that, you know, when you first buy a brand new shampoo and conditioner and you use it in your hair and you're like, oh my God, this made my hair feel so soft and good, I love it so much. And then about a month down the road, you're like, why is my hair like not soft anymore? Why do you not make my hair soft anymore? Completely different situation with the Purology. I feel like with the Purology, your hair feels better and better and better the more you use it. It's just fair nuts, girl. Anything I've ever used from Purology, I've loved. And then when it comes to cleansing conditioner, if I want to use a cleansing conditioner, I use the KeraColor Color Plus Clenditioner for platinum hair. This I only use like when my hair starts to yellow or I feel like my hair is really dry or really frizzy, then I will go through and use this. But like I said, I can only get away with one, sometimes two, but definitely not during the summer. I can only get away with washing my hair twice with this, meaning like 2 times in a row. So if I wash my hair on a Wednesday and then I go to wash it again on like a Saturday or Sunday, during the summertime, I cannot do this. I have to use a lathering one because I have so much sweat and buildup in my hair. But during the winter time, I can use this because I'm not sweating as much and I'm not outside as much and my hair is not as dirty. So I can use this twice in a row, but no more than that. But I really like this because it really brightens the blonde in my hair. I've also used the silver. If you are somebody that has recently bleached your hair and your hair is just like super yellow, I would try this or the silver. If it's like a light yellow, then I would go for the platinum. If it's like fucking banana yellow, like minion yellow, then I would definitely go for the silver. Okay, so that's what I use to clean my hair. On to the styling. It's time to take the turby towel down. Can I just say too that these things suck. They do not dry your hair like at all, girl, at all. My hair is still super hella wet and I've had that fucking thing on for like an hour. Like, is that the point? I know in the curly girl thing, and normally I won't even use that, but I can't even normally I don't use like a turby towel or a microfiber towel because that's another thing with the curly girl method. It says to use the microfiber towel. I do not like using turby towels or microfiber towels because I don't feel like they get your hair dry enough. I like my hair to be like a little bit on the, hey, I'm starting to get a little bit dry side before I start putting my styling products in it, because I feel like your hair absorbs the styling products a lot better when it's got a little bit more dryness to it, you know? Oh, I also forgot to mention too, before you go to wash your hair, you need to brush it out beforehand. You cannot run a brush through your hair after you have washed and conditioned it. And the reason is because you're just gonna brush those curls right out. For me, I don't use a brush, I don't use a comb, I use my fingers. After I wash my hair, when my hair's wet, I never put anything through it. If you have super thick, dense hair, you can use like a wide tooth comb, but nothing with like tighter teeth on it than a wide tooth comb, because again, you're just gonna brush your freaking curls out. So, and I use this method too, in all the same products to like get my hair to curl again. So, I take my hair down and I sit upside down and I kind of like shake it out to let it dry a little bit, because like I said, when there's a little bit of dryness to it, like this here where it's not like sopping wet, I think it absorbs the products a lot better. The first product that I used was recommended to me by my girl Julie. Thank you, Julie. One of my sweet subscribers. Probably about a year ago, I was bitching in a video that my hair was like super fried, and she was like, dude, try the Redken Antisnap, it's fucking awesome. So ever since then, I've been using it, so thank you, Julie. I love you so much. Okay, so first thing I do is take the anti-snap, and I'm just about out of this. I take about this much right here. And mind you, I do not use any products that are specifically designed for natural hair or curly hair. So I rub it in my hands like so. Did I just get that on my lens? I don't know. And then I just kind of run it through my hair and focus a lot of it on the ends. And I do this motion here just to be able to get it through all of my hair. I am not able to, because I know in the curly girl method, it tells you to like take really small sections and put product, gob it with product, so that way every piece of hair gets product on it, bitch. My hair is way too thin for that shit. After I got the anti-snap all up in my hair, I then go through with my Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Renewal Creme oil. I mentioned this in my recent favorites. It is amazing. So I get probably about a little bit over a quarter size amount, probably about this much, and do the exact same thing. Rub it in my hands like so. This one I tend to focus primarily on the ends with it, but I do the same method, this little method here, just to get it all through my hair. And if you have thin hair and you're watching this and you're like, bitch, no fucking way am I going to be able to put that much product in my hair, because my hair is going to be shellacked to my head. I promise you, girl, it will be okay. And I will explain that once I'm done putting all the products in my hair. And then I kind of, once I'm done with that, I'll like run my fingers through it, scrunch it, shake it out a little bit. And the reason why I shake it out is because you're putting so much product in your hair, it does tend to like make your hair kind of clump together. So I'll kind of like shake it out a little bit like this and run my fingers through it so that way it doesn't do that. And the last product that I use, I also think I mentioned in my favorites, and it is the Olaplex No. 6 Bond Smoother. This is insanely concentrated. I made the mistake of using entirely too much the first time I got it. You literally need like a pea-size amount of this. This is about the amount that I use of this because it is so heavy. So again, just do the same thing, run it through my hands. This I really just focus on the ends, because this is more of like a reparative, I mean they're all kind of like reparative treatments, but this is more designed to keep your hair from continuing to split end. I mean, they all are, but like, it's just heavy, okay? But I will, the one piece of my hair that I do put the Olaplex through is back here, because for some reason this piece of hair right here is like the frizziest on my head. I don't know what's up with it, girl. Okay, once I get the Olaplex through my hair, I will then turn it over and shake it like this, just to kind of separate all the clumpiness and globbiness from all the styling products. And then I squunch and I squunch and I squunch, just to encourage my curl pattern. You like that? It sounds super professional, huh? I got that from somebody's video. Encouraging my curl pattern. And I flip my hair over. So at this point, before my hair actually started to curl on its own, I had to physically go through and curl for it. So basically what I would do is I would section off my hair in probably about 2 to 3 inch pieces, and I would start to curl it around my finger. And because all this styling product is in it, it'll stay. If you have thin hair, if you have thick hair, whatever. So I would go all the way around my head and I would twist. And then once I was done doing that, I wouldn't touch it. Do not touch it, girl. I know if you have thicker hair, it is probably going to take eons and eons for your hair to dry from doing this, but I promise you, if you do this you only have to do this for like a couple of weeks, just like brave through it for a couple of weeks, and once you do, like, your hair will eventually start to curl up on its own, because that's what mine did. So that is what I used to do before my hair started to curl on its own. Now it curls on its own. I just do this. So whichever side I decide that I am going to part on, which is usually the side where it just was, because I got this big ass gray streak here because I'm lazy as fuck and have not bleached my hair yet. So whichever side that I decide when it's dry I'm going to part on, I part on the opposite side of that, because when my hair is dry, I go flip it on the other side, so that way it gives it a little bit more volume. Because if I just let it dry like this is how it's going to dry, and this is how it's going to look when it's dry. It's going to be like really flat shellac to my head. I got a mirror right here. Hold on, girl. I'm like trying to use the viewfinder as a mirror, and it's like so fucking bright in here, I can't see what I'm doing. One thing that sucks about my bangs is I got this thing going on, this fucking Michael Jackson Thriller, like one curl down the center of my head. I have horrible cowlicks in the front of my hair, and it's just like, come on, girl, come on. But I guess I could probably alleviate that by using better styling products that are designed for styling. Then once I figure out my part, I just kind of go through and scrunch, 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 scrunch to encourage my curl pattern. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. And then I leave it alone and I do not touch it until it is dry. That's basically all I do until it dries. I used to go through and do like oils and stuff on my ends, but true talk, I've been too fucking cheap to buy some new oils because I'm out of both of them. So the first oil that I usually use is the Wella Oil Reflections Light. This is really good for super fine thin hair because it's a super light oil. It doesn't weigh your hair down. The next one, and I like to use the Wella one better, the next one is the Macadamia Natural Oil Healing Spray. This I will only buy if I get it on clearance, if I see it up at the TJ Maxx for super cheap, because the smell, like, girl, I can't. It smells like this bitch that I used to work with who was a raging psychopath. Like, psychopath. She fucking stabbed somebody at a barbecue because they stole her chicken. Like, she was crazy. And that's what this scent reminds me of, because for some reason she smelled like this. This has a very Terry Mugler alien-esque scent, if you've ever smelled that perfume before. And I do not fucks with that kind of scents. I am not a musky scented ass bitch. I like more sweet scents, more fruity scents, more flowery scents. And this, I'm like, oh my god, but it is a really, really good oil. Even though the smell of it is like, oh my god, I can't. The oil itself is really, really good. So once my hair dries, I usually go through and put an oil on my hair. I have not been doing that lately because, like I said, I'm too fucking cheap to go buy some more. So that's a thing. And that is basically how I got my hair to go curly again. It's the styling products I use on my hair. Tips for if you have very fine thin hair and it's curly and you're trying to get your natural curl back, blow dry creams are some of the best products. They keep your hair very shiny, they keep your hair very soft, and they do not weigh it down. Like I said in the beginning, products that are specifically designated for natural or curly hair are entirely too heavy for my hair. Even the products that say light or claim that they're light, I just can't. I also do not fucks with gels. I cannot stand that like super wet, like somebody just sprayed you with a hose, like that super wet fucking 90s hair look. Like, I cannot deal with that. And because my hair is so fine and thin, if I use a gel on it, that it just directly goes straight to that. And gels, because they're so thick and heavy, even light ones, because I've used the Diva Curl light, I can't remember what it's called, Archangel light, maybe, I don't know. It's a fucking Diva Curl gel and it's the light version of it. No, girl, I don't want my hair to look like it's dripping. Just want it to, like, I want my curls to be defined. I want a little bit of shine to it. That's it. I like a little frizz. A little bit of frizz gives me a little bit of volume, so I fucks with some frizz too. But if you have very fine thin hair, I would steer clear of gels. If you're somebody that has tried and tried and tried, and you have followed the curly hair method or curly girl method or whatever, and you feel like, man, this shit, just like my hair is shellac to my head, I got helmet head. If that's what you feel like, try a blow dry cream, a blow dry spray. I feel like these products, like reparative products, products that are designed to just make your hair feel softer, are the products that work best for my thin fine hair. Okay, so now I am gonna let my hair dry. I'm gonna go outside for a little bit, make it dry real fast, and then I will be back and I'll show you guys how I style it. Hello, I'm back. So my hair is primarily dry. It's a little wet like up in here, but I went outside and I let it dry because I went outside and it's like hella humid out. It's a little bit frizzy, so I'm just gonna take what I have left. I usually don't air dry it outside, so it usually doesn't get this frizzy. I'm gonna take what I have left of my Macadamia Natural Oil, even though I really don't like the smell of it, and I'm just gonna run it through the ends, and then I'll show you how I style it. I'm just gonna stick that through my ends, use my mirror over here, put quite a bit here in my bangers, because they tend to get a little frizzy. Again, normally it wouldn't be this frizzy, but I went outside to let it dry. So anyways, once it gets to this point and it's dry, you see I have like no volume in this area right here. So I just take and I part it on the other side, because I got my like Michael Jackson freaking Thriller cowlick going on. Sometimes I'll go through, this is just a rose jam, like a Lush rose jam bottle that I use for my hair. I just put water in it. So I'll go through and I'll spray it a little bit. I can't really see that golden viewfinder. And I'll just kind of try to manipulate it over here. Normally, because it's not this frizzy, I try to add a little bit of frizz to it by running my fingers through it when I let it air dry in my house and not outside in 85% humidity. I just try to mold it and shape it, try to get that desperately seeking Susan look going on, you know what I mean? So that's what I do. That's it. That's what it looks like when it's done. Again, just to reiterate for the 16th time, it's usually not this frizzy, you know. It's a little bit humid out, but I fucks with some frizz. So this is it, and that's how I got my hair curling again. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, just let me know in the comments below, or just say hey beach, because y'all know I love talking to you down there. So that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run up in to the Menards and save big money, get my landscaping finished, and film that video. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any products or like methods or anything, if you have fine curly hair, if there's any products or methods that you use that you would like to pass along to the rest of us, please leave those down below as well. I love you guys, and I will catch y'all in my next one.
It's 3 months ago. Oh my god, I can't say ago. You have super...